Today in history. That's right. It's time for our daily journey to the past.
But before we get to the two events that we will share with our listeners today, here is my quiz question. Which is not, this is a tough one today. Which is not a Nobel Prize? Number 1, medicine, or number 2, architecture? Okay, the question again, which is not a Nobel Prize? Number 1, medicine, or number 2, architecture? If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bundy board, or you can text in on your cell phone, #1045 for 51 to win a wireless mouse.
So you must be talking about the category here. Oh, okay. All right, so let's go and check out what interesting events happened on this day in the past.
Today in history. In 1833, Alfred Nobel was born, and in 1879, Thomas Edison successfully tested his incandescent light bulb.
1833년 10월 21일, 스웨덴의 과학자 알프레드 노벨이 태어난 날이고요. 1879년 10월 21일은 발명왕 토마스 에디슨이 백열 전구 실험에 성공했습니다.
Doesn't it sound strange to say Nobel without saying prize after it?
Right, yes.
You never say that, right? Well, we start today's journey to the past with a name that is practically synonymous with innovation.
And that name is none other than Alfred Nobel, the founder of the annual Nobel Prizes, and who was born on this day in 1833.
Nobel was a Swedish chemist, engineer, inventor, and armaments manufacturer. In fact, he was a prolific inventor, having registered at least 350 patents before his passing in 1896, including dynamite.
Dynamite. Well, in his one-page will, he left most of his fortune in trust in order to fund the Nobel Prizes, stipulating that the prize money go to discoveries or inventions in the physical sciences as well as in chemistry.
Thus, on the 5th anniversary of his passing in 1901, the first set of Nobel Prizes was awarded, which comprised the fields of physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace, whereas the prize in economics wasn't created until 1968.
I see. So the prize in economics was created in 1968, I guess.
Much later than the other prizes, right?
I see. Okay, now we're going to go to another creative mind, one whose name is practically equivalent to inventions.
And we're talking about Thomas Alva Edison, who successfully tested his incandescent light bulb on this day in 1879.
Though there were previous versions of this stable invention, Edison's improved light bulb was the first to be successfully commercialized in a practical and economical way.
Yes, now needless to say, the incandescent light bulb tremendously influenced and reshaped the world, but not by allowing people to work at night.
Well, it was rather the infrastructure built to provide electricity to power the light bulbs, which was followed by every other device we plug in our daily lives.
That's right. So it led to so many other things, right? Really interesting events in today in history. And before we wrap things up, the answer to the quiz question. It was, which is not a Nobel Prize? Is it number 1, medicine, or number 2, architecture? The answer, there is no Nobel Prize for architecture.
That's right.
All right, that's it for today in history. We'll return tomorrow with more from the past.